choose a forex broker. You may have read a lot of negative reviews on internet about the brokers like market makers and the brokers who didn't pay your profit back, the brokers who said that you're taking advantage of their incorrect prices, and maybe you're making money using any programs or arbitrage and they didn't pay the profit. So there have been several such cases on the internet where brokers did not pay profit. They did not only pay the profit, they also suspended the account of account holders. So why do brokers not pay profit or deny the withdrawal? What happens? And what are the types of brokers, and uh, which kind of broker we can choose to avoid any problem in the future? I'm going to include all these things. So before we go and discuss about the types of broker and their mechanism, I'm going to actually explain to you the inside process of broking, how exactly they operate, and then you'll be able to understand what happens in a broker when you make profits or loss. So before we go and before I explain those things, I'm gonna show you about the regulation. The very first thing which you need to make sure that you should put a fund in a well-regulated broker. So if you go to our YouTube channel and if you click here, it will directly open the playlist page where you can click on education, and then this playlist will be open. So you go to the bottom of the starting this video with the disclaimer. You go to the bottom of this playlist, and the second bottom video is about how to ensure safety of funds with a forex broker, where I have talked about regulation. I have also demonstrated about how to cross verify whether a broker is regulated or not, because many brokers have mentioned false information on their websites and they say that they are regulated in any specific country where they actually are not regulated. So you can cross verify by checking them. So this is a detailed information. Many brokers are multinational, which start from one country and expand to many other countries, including their offshore locations. So you need to make sure that the company has expanded in many other countries. However, the company has not opened any or established any independent company in the offshore location. Otherwise, that offshore location based company cannot be trusted. But if it is a part of group of company, or if it is the really a sister company or subsidiary of the parent company, then they can be trusted because they have to report back to their parent company in the home country. For example, let's say there is a broker from the UK with a sister company in Seychelles. If that is really a subsidiary or Seychelles company, that has to be that has to report back to the home country in the UK, and that has to be a group of company, and that should use the similar registered name. So just by having the website name, it's not necessary that the company is actually the part of group. For example, if you look at the FBS has an independent company in Cyprus, Europe, and independent company in the Belize. So those two companies are not related with each other, and the FBS can shut down one and can keep running another. So similarly, IC Markets Australia has a company in Australia, which is IC Markets Pty Ltd, but it has a subsidiary. No. It has an independent company in an island, which is known as Raw Trading Limited. So a website is same, but the company is Raw Trading Limited. So Raw Trading Limited is not a subsidiary, and it's not part of group of company of IC Markets, and it doesn't report back to Australia. So IC Markets can shut down Raw Trading Limited and can keep running other companies. So that is totally independent company, and any independent company from an island cannot be trusted. This is what I wanted to add. Rest all information is there already in this video. Now let's go to understand the type of broker. So there are market makers, there are STP, straight through processing, and there are ECN. I will tell you what market making is. You will find many brokers who don't allow news trading, and they say that they want to protect their clients, that's why they're not allowing news trading, but the reality is totally different from what they say. They actually do market making, and if you make profit during the news, they will not be able to pay you the profit because they do not send the trades in any specific interval to their liquidity provider. So liquidity provider are either big brokers who actually don't serve any retail clients like $10,000 or $5,000. Or for example, you may have heard of Citibank. Citibank used to have a used to have uh, a retail broker that was called CTFX Pro, which was shut down by the Citibank in 2015, where the minimum deposit amount was $10,000, and now they shut it down. So they are now just the liquidity provider. They shut down their retail forex, and even their retail forex broker that was CTFX Pro wasn't accepting anything below 10,000. So now you can understand a liquidity provider is a big broker or a bank which actually takes orders not directly from the clients but from the brokers. So how brokers do? Market makers actually accept orders from the clients and they send it to the bank or liquidity provider. So let's say a market maker has a settlement cycle of 2 minutes. All right. So in let's say total volume of buy of euro USD in that 2 minute is, let's say, 100 lots, and sell volume in that 2 minute is 99 lots. So the broker can have, under this 2 minute settlement cycle, the broker can just offset buy against sell, and the broker will simply send 100 minus 99, one lot buy to the liquidity provider. So this is how market makers actually make money. So if you make money inside that 2 minute, where when broker doesn't send anything to the liquidity provider, then there is no actual money which is going to be made. So if broker will have to pay you the money which is made within that 2 minutes, then the broker will have to pay it from the pocket, because the trade was never sent to nowhere. And that's why the broker will say that I cannot pay you the profit because you have done this, you have done that, you have used arbitrage, maybe you have used incorrect prices, and a broker can mention that we do not allow news trading. For example, you can look at the HF markets, which was hot forex. They clearly mentions they clearly mention in their client agreement that they do not allow news trading. And when we had a few clients from that broker under our copy trading services, and when we saw that the many trades were missed and they actually missed a lot of profit, we complained, and then we found that they are market maker and they don't do this. So this is the market making. We are and forget about this. Many brokers don't even do genuine market making. If the market maker is genuine, it can have a 2 minute settlement cycle or 1 minute settlement cycle, and it will send the difference like this to the liquidity provider. But many market makers are totally scam. They don't send any trades to any bank. They basically rely on the fact that there will be only few winners and there will be a majority of losers. So they can simply keep the money of the losers in their pocket after paying some money to the winners. So they do not send anything to any liquidity provider. So that's why you have to make sure that the broker is regulated. So this is market making. Now I'll talk about STP or ECN. All right. So STP is very simple. It is straight through processing. So whatever order you are placing to the broker will simply send it to the liquidity provider. So you are the client. This broker is not sending just difference to the liquidity provider, and this broker doesn't have any settlement cycle. So no matter how fast you open or close trades, maybe you can open a trade and close it within 5 seconds, you can make profit, and the broker will still be able to pay you the profit because there is no settlement cycle. Broker is sending all the trades to liquidity provider. Simple, STP. All right, next, let's go to ECN. All right, but yeah, STP, I will talk about the trading cost, but let me tell you about the ECN first. ECN is Electronic Communication Network, where there are many participants, including banks, where exporters and importers are receiving and sending money to all over the world, and they are converting from one to another currency. They are the biggest participant in this ECN, and actual forex market is driven mostly by them, not by this speculator who are trading on MetaTrader platform or any other platform. So basically, when we talk about forex market and when we say $6 trillion per day, This $6 trillion is not coming from the traders, not coming from any kind of trader, whether they are a big trader, institutional trader, or retail traders. The biggest volume of this market is coming from the banks where exporters and importers are actually converting currencies for their business purpose, and that is the biggest market. So everybody in the world, in either by the bank or via brokers, are participating in the market, and there is a network where people are bidding and asking. That's why many different bid and asks are coming in the foreign exchange. And since the exchange, this is an off exchange market, a broker can have multiple sources to get the bid and ask. So let's say a broker has multiple sources, like broker has a Citibank as the liquidity provider, JP Morgan as the liquidity provider, another ABC Bank as the liquidity provider, from where broker can have many different bid prices and ask prices, because they are bidding and asking, they are buying and selling for their clients, right? So broker will offer you the best bid and best price. So the difference between bid and ask should be very small. So this is how they operate, and the order is directly sent to the bank from where the price is coming, the best price is coming. So this is how ECN works. But to participate in the ECN, there is a significant fee. That's why it's not possible for the brokers to actually give ECN to everybody, which is why now regulators have imposed a rule on the brokers not to use this term. So unless the broker is really ECN, the broker cannot use this term. And since the fee is high, it's not possible for the broker to facilitate real ECN account for retail clients. Like it's not possible to do this on a $20,000 account or $50,000 account, or forget about $1,000 or $500 or $100. There has to be something around $100,000, $200,000, then you can participate in the ECN. So ECN is like rarely available, but you should understand the concept of ECN. But the brokers who are not actually ECN are not now allowed to use this term, like I said. That is why they are using other terms now, like raw spreads, pro account, elite account, and blah 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 account, which doesn't make any difference in your trading cost. It's actually nothing but STP, where they will have smaller spreads, but they will add the commission to make the money. So whether it is STP or raw account, pro account, elite account, there are basically two different kind of account. One, spread plus commission, and another one is simply standard account, which many broker call classic account as well. So here you will see most broker will have 2.0 pip as their spread without any commission. Here they will reduce it and they will make it less than 1.0. You will see 0.5, 0.6 pip spread, and then there will be some commission, something between $7, $8 to $10 per lot. But eventually the cost is same, and there is nothing like you are participating in actual ECN network. It will actually be the STP, whether you go to this kind of accounts or this account. So that's all about the brokers. But you must understand that the genuine brokers are not making money by your losses, or genuine brokers who are actually STP or ECN are making money actually by the spread. So they rely on the spread. So that's why they will have a reasonable spread. Sometimes people see that the brokers have negligible spreads and they are not charging commission either. Actually, they're not making money from their commission or spread. They're making money by your losses because they are market makers. So don't compare genuine brokers with the market makers. And how you can ensure whether a broker is market maker or not? The very first thing you should do is to ask whether they allow news trading or not. If they have a settlement cycle, they will not allow news trading. Number two, they are regulated or not. They must be regulated. So I already showed you a video where you can find information about the regulation. When I talk about the regulation, you must choose a regulation of not an island, of a well-established country, maybe Australia, maybe South Africa, maybe European Union, maybe UK, maybe the US. The country, there has to be a well-established nation, and then there can be a well-established regulation. Yeah, if a company has 7 or 8 entities, you have to look at the parent company. So that's all about the brokers, and I will see you in the next video where I'll start talking about candles and everything.